want to make a little video today. I'm not gonna say this is like a highly requested topic or anything. I think one guy did comment on one of my videos talking about how I got, well actually two people did. One guy wanted Spanish subtitles though, which I'm not sure if I can do that, but I can give you the English. But they wanted to know basically how I came to acquire the Ninja H2. And honestly, I'm not gonna sit here and make anything up. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I'm not some like rich person or anything, rich young kid or nothing. I'm 22 years old. Actually, tomorrow I'm gonna be 23 years old. So let me get ahead of that one real quick before y'all get on me, because when I post this video I'm gonna be 23. Not that y'all would know, but I'm 22 right now, so I'm gonna go and make this video with my 22-year-old perspective. Yeah, so back to what I was saying. There's really no trick or anything to being able to get an H2. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, you gotta work hard and all this and that. Yeah, I mean, that's for anything in life, so I'm not gonna sit here and say that, because you already know that if you really wanted an H2, then you're gonna get an H2. That's all there is to it. Now, I was able to get one probably earlier than most people, because I got a really good deal on one. I have a 2016 Ninja H2, so it's a couple years old. I just got it earlier this year. He likes the bike. But yeah, so I got a 2016 Ninja H2. So it's about like, what, 6 years old now or whatever. It probably came out in the 2015 year, because you know how it's like a year off or whatever. So the bike's probably closer to 6 years old now. And I paid $18,000 for this motorcycle in cash. Yeah, that's still expensive, because I could buy a brand new Gixxer 1000 or something, you know, 2021 Gixxer 1000 for that price. Or probably some of the other leader bikes. I'm not sure all what they go for. But I've been wanting an H2 for like the last 4 or 5 years, or, you know, for as long as I've been into bikes. You know, I've been watching all these guys on YouTube, starting with 650 Eve. I've been watching his channel for a long time. And when he got a Ninja H2, I just fell in love with it. You know, it's supercharged, it's fast. I like speed. And I just always wanted one ever since that, you know, I saw those on YouTube and whatnot. So I told myself I'm gonna get one. So, you know, that was back when I was in like senior in high school or whatever. Obviously I wasn't getting one back then unless I just had money, you know, in my bank account, which I didn't have. Plus I had like no experience with bikes. Like my first bike was a Gixxer 600 08. Then my second was a 08 Gixxer 1000. But the H2 was way out my league, because I've never, you know, drove anything with that type of power until, you know, earlier this year when I got mine in March. But yeah, so I graduated high school. I got my first 600. I got my first bike, which was a 600. You know, like the first year in college, I think it was like that spring. And you know, I rode in college and all that. Got a 1000 later that year, because you know, I just got bored of the 600 and I wanted more speed, which happens with a lot of people. So I ended up getting a 1000. Loved it. I beat that bike up. Not like, well, I did crash twice. Actually my last crash was like back in September, but I digress. That's another story for another time. But so I got that bike, really learned on it, pushed it to its limits, and I just graduated college you know, last year. So I told myself I wanted a graduation present, and I wanted to get me a Ninja H2, because riding bikes is like a big hobby of mine. And you know, I wanted a bike. Most people couldn't bring themselves to spend that type of money on a bike, but it's something I'm really passionate in and stuff. So you know, I could make that purchase. I could justify it. So that's what I did, you know. And I'll be honest, as soon as I got done graduating, I just basically worked. I just, like every other check, I was just saving straight to my bank account. And I just saved up for like the last, you know, from like all the way from like October until like March. I was saving up. My dad helped me with a little bit. But other than that, there's really no secret sauce to obtaining a Ninja H2. It's just like any other bike. Like I said, I got a really good deal. I paid $18,000. I got it with 68 miles, which is crazy. Honestly, I don't know this for 100% fact, because I haven't really talked to everybody who owns one, or how much they pay for it and whatnot, if they bought a used or whatever. But I paid $18,000 for a 2016 Ninja H2. It has 68 miles. That is, let's look at that odometer real quick. That would be 0068.0 miles. Okay, because there's four significant digits on the left side of the decimal on the mile, because I'm at 4,000 something right now on this bike. I got it with 68 miles, okay, not 6,800, 68 miles. And the bike also came with Brock's full slash cut exhaust, which is like a $2,300 exhaust or whatnot right now. Maybe at the time it was a little cheaper, I'm not sure, but either way, the guy had 28 grand in this bike before taxes and whatnot. So I basically got $10,000 off the, you know, the price of what this bike, or what the guy had into the bike, which is just insane if you think about it. You know, most people, when they got this bike new, spent 26 or whatever after tax and whatnot, and they added all the miles and stuff. So I'm into it way less than what most people probably are into their H2. But the craziest part about this whole thing is the bike was 10 minutes from my house. So I've been looking, and I wanted the 2016 H2 because I like the gray frame on it, and I like the gray accents, the gray stickers. I'm not a fan of the green. I told myself when I get an H2, I wanted the 2016 just because of that. I think the 17 has a gray frame as well, but it comes with green stickers. So, you know, I told myself I wanted the 16. I'm not gonna settle for anything less. If I couldn't get the 16, I'd probably get a newer one and then powder coat the frame like that, you know, the gray color, and then, you know, buy the gray stickers or whatever. But luckily I was able to find a 16 model close by, 10 minutes from my house with super low miles, because the other one I was interested in, dude wanted like 25,000. It was all the way out in Arizona. I live in Michigan, so that's probably like a, you know, 18-hour drive in itself. And it had like 800 miles on it, and it was completely stock, no exhaust, nothing. It was completely stock, which I wouldn't mind getting a complete stock bike. But the dude wanted 25 for it, and I only paid 18 for the one I got now. So you can see the discrepancy, and you can see why it was a no-brainer. And it was 10 minutes from my house. I ain't have to, you know, spend all that money on gas, go down there, get all that, you know, get the trailer, get all that, get the bike and bring it all back. So yeah, everything kind of worked out good. Honestly, the first day I owned this bike, I put more than 68 miles on it. So I don't know, it's just crazy. I'm not sure. Well, you know, when I bought it from the guy, he said his license was suspended, and you know, his insurance rates were really high, and he just couldn't ride the bike basically. So it was just sitting at his job, and you know, I found out it was for sale through a friend, and that's kind of how I found out about it. And I had to jump on it because it was a steal. It was a steal. I could sell this bike right now for more than I paid for it, and I put 4,000 miles, a little over 4,000 miles on the bike so far. So that's really the story. I guess the other big thing is I'm 22 years old, like I said, and I will be 23. So I guess I am a younger guy with an H2, probably because the price point on it. But I think there are like 2 other guys in the area around where I live at that have them. They don't live like exactly in my city. They live like more on the outskirts, and they're older gentlemen too. So, you know, and I think I know one of them's bike is like completely stock, but they're older guys, and they're not gonna push that, you know, the H2 like I'm gonna push it. I mean, I can't know that for sure because I don't really ride with the dudes, but that's just my assumption, because I've never seen an H2 in my city. I've never seen anybody ride one, and I'm out a lot, and it's kind of a big deal in my city because my city is like not really, people really don't spend a whole lot or have a big budget for bikes over here. Everybody wants to spend $5,000 or less on a bike over here, so it's really not too often where you'll see a higher end bike like a BMW or just any new bike in general, really. Like I said, there's really no secret to how I got the bike. I just got a really good deal. I saved up for a couple months, was literally like just putting like every other check away, and then I borrowed a couple thousand from my dad. He helped me out, and I got the bike, and I paid cash for it, so I didn't have to go through a bank or anything or do anything like that. But another thing a lot of people are probably wondering right now in their head is, oh my god, your insurance got to be crazy high. Well, at first it was going to be crazy high, but again, I got a crazy deal on insurance, and I ended up getting a crazy deal through AAA. Now, I'm not sure if they just didn't have the H2 in their system, because I gave the guy like my VIN and model number and all that, and he said like the bike was not in their system. So my guess is they probably like found a comparable bike and then went off that in terms of like the rates and stuff. I don't know for sure. That is my theory on it. I didn't really ask them, nor do I want to. But so the first place I went through for a quote was like Progressive. They wanted like $3,400 a year, and that's just for, you know, that's just covering the bike. If I was to get in an accident, they'll give me the cash value for the bike. They wouldn't pay any of my medical bills or anything like that. But I ended up going through AAA, and I'm only paying like $770 a year or something around there. So it's I got a crazy deal on insurance too. That's probably cheaper than some real grown men are paying for their other liter bikes. So I am not gonna complain at all. I think I'm doing pretty well. But yeah, that's really the story about how I came to get this bike. There's really no secret, and I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all. That's one thing I don't want to do on this channel. I want to be very transparent and upfront about everything. I'm not that type of guy, because like, you know, there's times where I'm in positions where I'm curious about stuff. I want to know more. How did you do this? What did you do to get there, you know? And I just feel like a lot of people in life just kind of, you know, they're just so secretive. Like, I'm just not that type of person. I mean, about some stuff. There's some stuff, yeah, you just keep private, like relationships and stuff. But I'm saying more like success. Like, how was I able to achieve this? What I did, you know, the steps I took to get there. Some people just don't want to share that info, or they want to like lie about it and make up some stuff, and you know, and just, you know, maybe bend the truth a little bit. But I don't want to be like that. This is my channel. I'm gonna ride bikes on it, or at least for right now. I'm gonna, you know, ride bikes and do, you know, little moto vlogs or whatever you want to call them. And I'm gonna be honest about everything, you know. I'm gonna post my losses. If I lose to somebody, I'm gonna post my L's. You know, I'm racing anybody. I don't care win or lose. To me, it's all about fun. I don't have like an ego that I'm trying to protect. So if I lose, oh well. Which, you know, kind of leads me into something I'm gonna be making a video on probably over the next, probably in like a month or two or so. I'm not sure the exact time frames. But I might as well just let y'all know right now, I will be racing a 2500 horsepower car on the street from a roll on this bike. And yeah, I know I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna get walked off on like nothing I've ever seen before. I don't care, you can get the fastest H2 in the country out here, they still gonna get walked off on. That's how fast this car is. This car traps like 220 plus mile per hour in a quarter mile. It runs like low sixes or mid sixes or something. I mean, this car is just incredibly fast. It's got 2 gears, just first and second, that's it. It's a drag car with a parachute, so definitely stay tuned for that. That's gonna be a ball. Hopefully it ends up on like 1320 or, you know, some you know, or the racing channel, or, you know, all those the racing channels and stuff. I don't know if I gotta submit the video or if they just see it and kind of ask to use it, but I think that would be really cool. That's actually something I plan on doing here, you know, like I said, in the next month or two, or, you know, whenever the guy is ready. Of course I'm ready, but it's gonna be crazy. Of course this is all gonna be filmed in Mexico. Anyways, yeah, that's the topic of this video. I just want to let y'all know how I was able to get the Ninja H2. There's really no secret to it. I just saved up, got a really good deal, and got one. And yeah, so here I am on the Ninja H2, and I'm gonna bring y'all content with it, because I was in a lot of y'all position once upon a time. Like, I used to watch H2 videos, nothing but H2 videos, because I loved the bike and I wanted one day, so I wanted to know as much as I could about it. And yeah, so I'm trying to like kind of return the favor. Now that I got a bike, I want to like make, you know, content on it and get it out there for y'all to consume it, because I used to love watching H2 content. It was amazing, it was fun. Like, now that I got one, it's, you know, I highly recommend it. I feel like everybody who rides bikes that likes going fast, you know, you gotta have one. It's a must-have. It's, you know, it's like if you're a big car guy, you know, you gotta have a Lambo, or you gotta have a Corvette, or there's just that car you gotta have. I feel like the H2 is just something you gotta have in your garage if you're really a bike guy. But yeah, that's really all I really got to say for this video.